Carmelo Anthony shared two very interesting pieces of information during his end-of-the-season interview with the press recently. First being that the Thunder didn't have any strategy for him being there, and second was that he has no intentions of coming off the bench should he return next year. Max, what is Carmelo Anthony right now?
Washed. Let's face it. Look, Dwayne Wade, you could say the same thing about him. They're from the same draft class. LeBron is the, unusual, even by historical standards, physical freak. LeBron is unique. No one's ever played with this many miles on his legs, this many minutes on his legs at this level that LeBron has. It's ridiculous, or even in position in the league. But Carmelo Anthony, as has been pointed out, I think it was by Paul Pierce on our air, can't really get his own shot anymore. I mean, if he's reduced to a catch-and-shoot guy, he's not an incredible shooter. He can hit an outside shot, of course, but he doesn't do it at an incredible clip. He doesn't play defense. So what else does he do? Is this great ISO scorer, except he's not a great ISO scorer. He can ISO score, but not at an incredibly high level right now. And I'm not just blaming that on the system he was in, where his role was reduced. He's been in, kind of steady, slow decline. Stephen A. is very disappointed that he didn't come up bigger in these last playoffs when given the opportunity. Not that offense seemed to have much of a plan or be cohesive or have an idea. But I would expect at some point Carmelo would have had a good game. And I'm not going to say it's some character issue or anything like that. I've long thought Carmelo's a clutch player. I just don't think he has it anymore. That's it.
I'm not going to go that far. And the reason I don't go that far is because anytime you can shoot the basketball, you got a chance. And he's 6'8", 240, and can shoot. That wasn't the case in this playoff series. He only shot 40% from the field on the season, 35% from three-point range, averaged about 16 points a game. I'm incredibly alarmed that he played 25 minutes in games 5 and 6 and only scored 7 points in each game. It was incredibly disappointing. I'm definitely worried about what I'm seeing, but I also look, and I'm going to be consistent with what I said, a lot of their shots were contested all year long. There were no open shots. There was no spreading of the floor. There was no movement of the basketball. Shouldn't say no, but it was minimal. And when you have that level of talent on the squad with Paul George and Russell Westbrook as your backcourt, I got to put a lot of this on Billy Donovan schematically. I got to agree with Melo. Where was the stuff to come up with him and what he brings to the table? Carmelo Anthony is no scrub. He's a career 24.7 point per game scorer. This is what he brings to the table, at least before this season. I understand there could be a drop-off, but he's such a prolific scorer that even with a drop-off, he should have still been in position to put in 20 a night on better than 40% shooting. And that's just not about drop off in his skills. It's about coaching. I bet you if he were playing with Brad Stevens, that wouldn't have happened. I bet you if he was playing for Greg Popovich, that would not have happened. I bet you if he were playing for Steve Kerr, that would not have happened. They would have found a way. Put Carmelo Anthony on the Golden State Warriors and tell me, Max Kellerman, why he wouldn't be better than Swaggy Pete, for crying out loud. If you can shoot the rock, you got to be able to get people open shots is all. I'm not trying to knock Swaggy Pete. I'm just talking about shooters. Every shot can't be contested. You got to get him some open shots. And I didn't see that happening for him on OKC.
But it's not like, I disagree about the Warriors. I don't think he works on the Warriors. San Antonio would have been interesting. That would have been interesting. I believe Popovich probably could have gotten something out of him. But I don't think Carmelo's never been like this incredible knockdown shooter.
Him.
He's a good shooter. It's that he's good at everything in terms of scoring, and that's not the case anymore.